Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Thrones of Britannia, a Total War Saga. Here today, we're going to be checking out the Roman Lost Legion mod, and we're going to be playing with Romans in Thrones of Britannia. So guys, if you want to see more Thrones of Britannia videos on the channel, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and let me know in the comment section down below your feedback and suggestions of my recent Thrones of Britannia videos. This is a supplementary video to my Kirken Scottish campaign. Go and check that out if you haven't already. Feel free to leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the Thrones of Britannia content and would prefer to see another strategy game instead. Let me know what you would like to see alternatively. But here today we have a custom battle in Thrones of Britannia. We're going to be taking control of the Roman Hispanian Legion, and look how fantastic this looks, guys. We're deploying 6,580 Romans here today, and we're coming up against the hordes of Scotland. They have 1,172, so we have an 18,000 man battle, and it's a massive bait. A massive battle is an understatement, to say the least. I'll put in the description below the mod if you'd like to download and play along with me. Maybe you can start your own sort of custom battles. But let's quickly talk about the Lost Legion and the Ligo of Hispania. Now, some of you may or may not know about the tale of the Lost Legion Hispania. I'm going to read out what the Steam mod page is and the preface for this mod. So, Hispania disappeared from the history records in 120 AD, caused by some supernatural phenomenon, reappearing now in the 9th century in Britannia as if they were transported forward in time. Now, the Legion marches to re-establish some semblance of Roman rule of Britannia. However, every casualty in battle is one that cannot be replaced. The Legion may be whittled down before they can complete their objective. So this is what the plans he has for the mod. At the moment, it's just custom battles, but he plans to add the faction to the campaign with unique faction mechanics, balance of passing on custom units, new faction for the settlements that they are occupied by Rome, and new units for Ligo Hispania. Okay guys, so here today we're currently outnumbered 2-1 against the Scots. We've managed to push to Hadrian's Wall, or Hadrian's Wall, if you will, trying to search for the last remaining Roman territory, giving some comfort, maybe going to the wall and security. However, the Romans have now found that the wall is now crumbled. This legion, I have brought 4 units of Legatus Elite Roman melee cavalry, 4 units of standard cavalry, 10 cohort militia, 15 Avati cohorts, 4 archers, and 2 ballistas. Let's try and rain fire and death upon the Scotsmen. We've gone with a pretty stock standard formation, 3 lines deep, a noob box essentially, angling my spearmen on the left and right, along with my own cavalry. So we're quickly going to move here now and try angle our front line to give us some protection, as it looks like we're going to get enveloped. We're raining fire and death upon the enemy now. Fantastic. Form up, brave men of Rome. Shields up. Shield wall. Try and soften up some of those skirmishes. So it looks like the Scots, the brave men of Kirken and Alba, are charging forward there. We're raining fire and death upon them. We are outnumbered 2-1. These Scotsmen are in their homeland. They're in their element. Wow! Look at that guy charging through. That's insane. It'd be interesting to see the armor comparison between the Romans and, of course, the Scots. I guess chainmail would be far superior. Maybe potentially with swords as well. Okay, we've got the enemy general here, one of them charging on my right. We're going to engage them with the Romans. Vina Vina Vici! As you can see there, the decimated remains of Hadrian's Wall. Roma Invicta! Roma Invicta! I've moved up a spearman now to deal with. So, We're throwing peeler now as well. Be conservative, men, but fire at will. So the Scotsmen are going to charge our front line, and maybe, no, they've turned cloaks. No, they're going to engage the front here now. So I'm standing in a 3 rows deep defensive position. Just need to sit back, relax, try and deal as much damage to the Scotsmen as possible. For Rome, Roma and Victor. If this mod does eventually become a campaign, I can definitely see myself doing a short part series. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to see. So the War Dogs are fighting side by side to the Scotsmen, and they're pushing through here. Here is my general sitting back with the ballista. So we're starting to get the brunt of the Scottish attack hitting us head on. But yeah, guys, this is just a I can't even speak properly. This is just a supplementary video for my Thrones of Britannia campaign. I can definitely see myself doing some more custom battles, but let me know if you what type of Thrones of Britannia content you would like to see. So as you can see here, the Scotsmen are clustering on my right-hand flank. It's kind of hard to see the centre as there are some vegetation in the way. Cavalry on the left there as well. I seem to be holding right. Let's charge them. Oh my god, they've just been decimated by a peeler volley. And now my Legatist elite Roman cavalry is going to carve them up like carving a cake. Excellent stuff. We're slowly but surely whittling down the Scotsmen. But like I mentioned before, we are outnumbered 2-0. Wow! What an explosion in the centre ranks. And it's really stopped that spearhead attack for the time being. The Scotsmen are relentless here today. They are putting some pressure back on us. I think the time is nigh. I think the time is right to use the ballista myself, get some pot shots on. Now there's an interesting fact, ever since like Total War Attila, that you are better to use artillery in first person as the reload speeds are a lot quicker. So what I'm going to do here now is just sit back, relax, and rain fire and death upon these fiery redheads. Quite fitting, if you will. And we are just decimating the flanks. Here we are at number 2-1, but maybe I should have brought a little bit less militia. Oh no! Friendly fire has decimated that front rank. We're still outnumbered by a whopping 2,000. But I think it's time now to pivot and rotate and do some hammer and anvil strikes. As you can see, my front line is buckling somewhat. Cavalry at the ready. They were dealing with the enemy cavalry, which did outnumber us, cavalry-wise. We're outnumbered cavalry, infantry, and skirmisher-wise. But the Roman cavalry charges through the breach, trying to give us stability on that right flank. But I'd probably say we have skirmisher might. Going back to my ballista now. The centre is thinning out. And it looks like the superior, battle-hardened, Roman-drilled force is holding out. Our logistics seem to be coming through. But you've got to give it to the Scotsmen. This is their homeland. It is their Britannia, more than it is mine. Such a cool sight there. Oh my god! A nice headbutt from the Scotsman, and the Roman auxiliary just whips it to the left, just wide. The spearman now is pushed up. Hold, men! Hold the line! Such a pesky shot. Oh no! The Roman legionary has fallen. Hand-to-hand combat, we seem to be doing quite well. But I reckon chainmail is probably more effective. Then what is that arm? Looking at the Roman armor now, what is that sort of tiled plate style called? Because chainmail is just a bunch of rings together, isn't it? So you'd think the Scotsman would have better quality. Well, it's from the 9th century compared to the Romans, 128 AD, isn't it? So you'd think the armor would be better quality. You'd think the swords and helms would be better quality. So you'd think that the Scotsmen have better armor piercing damage. But I don't know. I'm not a smith. I don't know that. I don't know sort of the weapon comparison. Some of you may or may not know in the comments. But from what I can remember, With like the Vikings, for example. When the Vikings were invading this time of the thrones of Britannia, the Vikings would often take the Anglo-Saxon swords as a prize, as they were better forged and stronger in battle. That's why isn't that why the Vikings used axes more than they did swords to start things off, because they were easier to forge. Archers raining fire and death upon the last stragglers. Archers at the ready. These guys look a little bit exotic. Maybe they're from the Middle East somewhere. But victory! We have victory against the Scots. We have thrown back a whopping about 12,000 we came up against. We deployed 6,580. Romans have been victorious against 1,117 Scotsmen. Let's round them up. But you got to give it to the Scots. They are still brave within defeat. I'm sure we can find them a good part in our army, you know what I mean? We can hire them as auxiliaries. I don't see why not. Then within 10 years, they can get citizenship. How does that sound, Scotsman? We're rounding them up here now. Most of my Roman infantry is still quite keen and raring to go. They're still fresh compared to the exhausted Scots. As we fought in one symbiotic unit. Run them down, rally them up. We need slaves to bring about Romani Britannia. Look at how my cavalry's just decimating it. Oh my god! It looks so awesome with the mountain in the background there. And the Roman legionaries running down the spoils of war. Let's quit the battle there. A decisive victory for the Romans. So here's the stats. You're most welcome to pause and have a look at them. Have a look at how everyone did. My cavalry did all right. 84, 78, 68, 304, 442. Wow, oh wow. Here is what I deployed for the Scotsmen as well. My Avanti cohort didn't do as well as just the militia. Archers did alright, 100 or so. Oh my god, that ballista will sort of make or break for that battle. But unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed this short custom battle on the Roman mod for Thrones of Britannia. I'll put the Lost Legion mod in the description below if you'd like to play around and maybe start up your own custom battles against the peoples of Thrones of Britannia. I fought Scotsmen here today, but maybe it might be quite fun to fight Anglo-Saxons and Alfred the Great. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.